Hey, hey. What's going on, everybody? I have a coffee. Hold on. Let me make my coffee real quick. Trying to text people, list people jump in. I'm just bored. This stream has it's got uh no major topics, no major anything. Just kinda hanging out. But I gotta fix my coffee. Then we're just kinda oh yeah, I just texted you, Jacob. What's up, Scotty? I'm bored. That's all it was. Try to get the kid down. See if we can get anybody to jump up. I'm gonna fix my coffee. Give me 1 second. Coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Yeah, the stream has no major topic, so I just kinda bored, just wanna jump in, and I'm gonna drink coffee through a straw like I've been telling you guys. Been trying to tell you guys. I'm missing my straw. You drink coffee through a straw, it bypasses the blood-brain barrier. Scientifically proven, goes straight to the dome. Facts. Those are scientific facts. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Scientifically proven, held up by the one and only NASA. Hmm. It bypasses the blood-brain barrier, scientifically proven. Straight to the dome, son. Beautiful. Oh man, it was a great day. Awesome day. That that video will be coming out tomorrow. I went to clean out a drainage ditch, had more family time than anything. It was awesome. Straight to the dome, son. Follow that link, jump up here on the live stream, just kind of chill, chat, hang out. Is what it is. We can drink coffee. If I had any more straws, be going straight to the dome. Beer through a straw, though. Yeah. No, these are beer through a straw is dangerous. Gotta be careful. More safer, I do. I was gonna say, I'm not, I have always heard you drink beer through a straw, you can get drunk faster. I don't know. I don't know how true that is. Only facts that I know is the blood brain barrier bypass coffee straw. Boom. And it may only work with black coffee. I don't know. I take little cream, little sugar. My boss at work, he says that's for girls. You should try it on life. Follow that link. I texted Ranger. See who's all in here. Let me see. Just Jacob. Well, you can jump up here so I don't feel so lonely. Hold me. Hold me. Mm. Mm. So what's the word? Everybody business doing good? Everybody out here hustling, killing it. Beautiful weather. Today was awesome. Great day. I'm naked. Hmm. I don't buy that. I don't buy it. I don't buy it one bit. Mm. And y'all sapsuckers gonna follow that link, jump up here. Did one lawn care account this afternoon. I'm gonna start get I really enjoy pressure washing. Like, I've been talking to you behind the scenes about that. Man, I really like it. Like, yeah, make that easy money with that. But I really enjoy pressure washing. Like, just like the machine's expensive, but if you're starting out and you can get a decent machine or you have access to a decent machine, and I always thought it was about having tons of pressure until, I talked to like Dirty and them guys, and really you do a lot with just a garden hose, I would assume. I don't know. A window cleaning, something I'm kind of looking into. You could just the possibilities of pressure washing. Like I always thought like you needed these big rigs and carry all this lawn equipment around. Man, I don't starting to kind of rethink a lot of that. Nothing better than pressure. I was watching a couple pressure washing videos today. I'm planning on buying what you can. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. But when you're kind of new and you're starting out, you know what I mean? Your first thing you're gonna do is hit your resources, Google. And what is Google? Google is YouTube, right? And you're gonna see a bunch of guys out here. And obviously you're not gonna have that. You know what I mean? But as far as like getting a trailer and you can pressure wash out of a car if you wanted to. I would assume, I don't know. Maybe it's probably best to have a truck, but I mean, you could do a lot out of a car. I remember uh hauling around a push mower in a car. Well, I didn't realize the amount, like the amount of money. Until I kind of talked to Dirty, and then him and Will was kind of talking about. I didn't realize the true amount of money that you can really make just pressure washing, like cleaning not only driveways but houses and even the window cleaning stuff. I don't know a lot about the window cleaning. I've picked up a squeegee. Uh-oh. I picked up a squeegee and I'm not good with it at all. So like hat tip to the squeegee window cleaning running sapsuckers out there. Yeah, I agree. A lot of guys say you need this and need that. Well, some of the people who say that, maybe they have access to it. But really all you need is really like if you're starting in lawn care is one thing. I mean, it's starting in lawn care, you wanna get a blower. You can use a broom. I used a broom. I didn't really know anything about a blower until I started YouTube a couple years back. I just always used the mower itself to blow it off, and then I carried a broom. Let's see. I'm try to read this. Keep it long center. Yeah. I like I like push mowing a lot too. But I like walk behind, probably my favorite mower. But yeah, you can do a whole ton with very little. And that's just going to like pressure washing, man. There's a guy that doesn't live too far from me. Uh right down one holler over. And he's got a sick setup. He's just all about like pressure. He does like all the major stuff around here. And I don't know him. I haven't talked to him, but I've just seen his trucks and trailers. And his pressure wash clean window cleaning business setup is so dope. I'm just like, he's got a full wrap and he's got an open trailer and an incline. I've drove like a weirdo. I've drove by his house real slow a couple times. Like, well, what's that guy got going on? Oh, we don't see him. I'm looking like a weirdo out here. I'm just kind of looking and appreciating what he has. Uh, I'm sure he's out here killing it. Every time I see anybody cleaning anything, it's that guy. So hats off to that dude. And another thing, easy money maker, I was thinking about today, looking at my neighbor's blacktop, is just blacktop sealing. And that's something I'm gonna kind of get back into. I've done a couple of them jobs, and you could charge fairly good. You know what I mean? That's a good little money making little setup too. Get you a nice little push squeegee thing. You know, maybe do some cold patch in some driveways. What do you say, boy? Aren't you? Go to sleep. Go to sleep. No, no, no. Go, go, go. Hold on. Come here. That's not a telescope. Quit, quit, quit. Go. Get off there. Yeah, camera. I'm sure any of y'all got YouTube channels. Y'all know exactly what life's like having children. It's a good upsell for after housewives. Yeah. See, I was just looking at. I was just kind of me and Kayla was talking, and as far as the time of dragging different machines around, like because I work. If I didn't have a job, another job, full time job, then it'd be one thing. Lawn care would be kind of priority. But as far as I work 7 days on, 7 days off, landscaping and pressure wash, that seems kind of perfect for what I'm doing right now. I was watching Dan's vlog. I was watching his channel just a little bit ago. Because I was looking at like, because I was gonna. There's a porch across from me that I'm gonna go talk to. I'm gonna talk to the people about doing, and I wasn't quite sure about pressure using a surface cleaner on a porch. So I was kind of watching some of his stuff, and yeah, I do watch his channel. He's really good. Yeah, yeah, he's really good. I've been watching him off and on for years, and I just realized like YouTube hasn't notified me on any kind of lawn care stuff. Yeah, YouTube hasn't notified me. I got the bell rung on all this stuff. So like a lot of the guys that I know who are content creators, I I haven't been getting any kind of notifications from them. I keep getting, and of course, it's what you're into at the time. It's the way the algorithm feeds it. I totally get it. It's not. I don't think it's shadow banning or anything. So I'm just now starting to search for other things as I go back out and work. You know what I mean? As whatever I'm interested in, whatever I'm looking at, YouTube's gonna feed me that. But yeah, dance channel is really good. I'd like to talk to that guy someday. I think he's out in Florida and he's always doing some pressure washing content and it's always really good, But I was looking at using a surface cleaner on on a porch, on a wood deck surface thing. I was just kind of poking around. Yeah, he's really good. Scotty says he has the best channel on YouTube. Yeah, I agree. Some of them lawn care guys that like do like focus on like the lawn care nut and the lawn care kid. Those guys got really good channels. I think they mostly focus, as far as I could be wrong. I think they mostly focus in their yard. So I'm just kind of guessing, but man, imagine being the imagine being the neighbor next to that guy. You know what I mean? Like next to a lawn care nut, and like your yard looks like garbage. Super chats all go to St. Jude's. Oh, on Dan's channel? I did not know that. I thought at first I thought you were talking about my channel. It's like I don't have super chat enabled. Okay, yeah, that's awesome. That's really awesome. So how you doing, Scotty? You got a lot going on. You got a bunch going on. As far as when I'm looking over at your Instagram. Uh, that is awesome to think about though. All the super chats go to St. Jude because it's like Dan who? Dance vlog? Yeah, dance vlog. Dance vlog. The pressure wash guy. At least Scotty says they all go to St. Jude's, which is I was sitting there just kind of reflecting about that. That is really because you get once you hit, something, you're already still getting paid off YouTube, and most of the time you're getting paid for the work you're doing sometimes, unless it's transformational video. Tired. Maple syrup time. Man, I'm really excited to see them the pictures and when all that comes together. That's gonna be really exciting. But for him to donate all the super chats and stuff, that's really awesome. Just that kind of shut me up for a minute. Like makes me question what I'm doing. You know what I mean? That's hats off to that guy. My video today, you guys see it tomorrow. I try to do so. I don't know how Juggernaut does a lot. Like he's got to just go around setting up all different kinds of GoPros or something. He hasn't made a video in a while. I've been subbed for a while. Yeah, the one I seen was about eight months old or something. It was just him working. I'm sure he's doing his thing. Yeah, I like that guy's channel a lot. He's really good. There's another pressure wash guy I talked to. I actually had him on my podcast. Aaron's lawn care or Aaron's pressure wash, something like that. He's okay. He used to be a country music singer. Got a awesome backstory. He drives a van. He's from Nashville, Tennessee, and the record deal fell through. We talked about this on my show about like a year and a half ago or so, maybe 2 years ago now. And man, it was just like listening to this guy's stories. Like he's just not a pressure wash guy. He come from Alabama, chasing his dreams in music. They wanted him to do certain things he wasn't comfortable with, and he held to his convictions, which hats off to him. He said he's making more. He's happy with what he's doing as pressure wash. He's got a really big YouTube channel, which is awesome, man. But it's like listening. I went back and listened to a bunch of stuff on iTunes. It was awesome. I think his name's Aaron or Aaron's pressure wash, something like that. Let's see what we got up. Dan said last year he was done with. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't know that either. I did not know that. Well, hopefully everything's okay with him. I mean, sometimes these videos can be stressful because, I mean, I don't know. I went off the wall for a while, or off the wall. I went dark for a long time too, so maybe he's just kind of getting his stuff together. I know he's starting driving for a trucking company. Good for him. That's awesome. Yeah, good for him. And isn't mowing at all anymore? Question mark. Jacob. But yep, that's what they're saying. Starting to drive a truck company. Awesome. Good for him. I know Plemons Lawn Care, Plemons Lawn Maintenance. He was big whenever I first started my YouTube channel. He ran with Wally and Brian and Randy Haskell. And Scotty mentioned Randy as well. And yeah, Randy's awesome. He just released a book. And I'll be glad to I'm gonna reach out to Randy and ask him to come back on my podcast because I love his channel. He's from upstate New York, like Buffalo, somewhere around there. And now I just seen on Instagram he just released I think it's a novel, maybe a biography. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna check it out. And because I love his channel. I like what he does. I like what he's doing. I talked to him. When he was on my show, me and him talked like 3 hours. Didn't realize where the time went. And he'll be glad to give anybody business advice. And he's one of them guys that, he's a good dude. That Randy Haskell's good. And Johnny, I ain't seen Johnny Moe post any kind of content in a while. I'd like to reach back out to him and talk to him. I've never had him on my show or nothing, but he'd be awesome to talk to. He is OG of the lawn care world, truly an OG of the lawn care world. He goes back. He goes back whenever I used to watch Geek to Freak videos. I remember when I was just a forklift driver at Pepperidge Farm. You guys know what Pepperidge Farm is? Where the cookies they make fun of on Family Guy. Well, I worked at Pepperidge Farm, and I'd sit there and I hated it. Like, I work in a factory now, right? 7 on, 7 off. I talk about it all the time. And I love it. I don't love you know how it is. I have a really tight family that I work with that are really, really good people. And but when I worked at Pepperidge Farm, I hated it. And I would just sit and watch Geek to Freak videos. Maybe this was like 2013. He bumped his head. And bumped his head. He ran to mommy. But yeah, I'd watch Geek to Freak videos, and one of the first videos that stuck out to me, and just like a lot of people, was how to make $100 a day cutting grass. And that's a lot of that's a lot of people's story. That's a lot of people's like entry into the business. You know what I mean? Maybe they're stuck somewhere that they don't. Maybe they're stuck in a job that maybe they hate. Maybe they is is mowing grass necessarily the end? Maybe not. I don't know. But a lot of times people just want to make a couple $100 a day to provide for their family, to have security for later on, freedom. Those are kind of things. So Greg Chisholm and his Geek to Freak whole he's in my eyes, and I could be wrong, he blew up a lot of this whole community, at least the small corner that we're in this community. Let's see. Let's go back to the comments here. Yeah, YouTube seems like a lot of work if you don't got a big channel. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I've been on here for I don't know 2 years, and I put a lot of time into it, but I walked away from it a long time. A lot of people like we're cutting grass, so it's kind of hard to find that niche. But when you do find that niche, you can get the unique viewers. You can get the people in the suburbs and in the offices, people who live in the inner cities who don't know what life's like when you know what I mean, stuff like that. So I think that's what like Al Blades and Juggernaut and all these guys. I think that's kind of what they tapped into. They tapped into the YouTube algorithm, which feeds to like people who live in the inner city and who you know what I mean, and don't get to see the style of the lifestyle to where like Juggernaut with his big beard and he's just a redneck feller and Al Blades from Florida, he's just a redneck guy. No, 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 no. Go, 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 go. No, no, no. But you guys get what I'm saying. So I think that's the beauty of it. So overnight, I remember talking to Juggernaut about when he had about like 800 subs. I had like 100 subs, and we were just talking, talking shop. And then fast forward, and he got where's he at? A ton, a ton. So you never know with YouTube, and it does take a lot of. It does take a lot of people don't think it takes a lot of work, but like just the mixer that I have and my MacBook and microphone and stuff, like it's expensive. Do you need all this fancy crap? No, no, you don't. Not at all. Don't get me wrong. I did most of all my video or everything in the beginning, and even excuse me, a lot of times still now, just with my simple iPhone. And a lot of people just think they need all this crap. They don't. It just makes me feel better. Let's see. Man, Gucci Freak was inspiration to get my lawn care when he said 60,000 a year mowing lawns. That was in 2000. I knew it was around in that area. It piqued my interest. It piqued my interest too. That's exactly where I was at, dude. I was miserable, making like 12 bucks an hour, 13 bucks an hour, whatever it was, driving forklift, hated it. I still use my phone, Jacob said. I still do a lot of stuff on my phone. I got a couple GoPros, I got DSLR, I still don't know how to use. I'm gonna have to reach out to Scotty and have him do help me with the tutorial because like all I wanted was a DSLR. And then I got a T100 and then the T100 and the T7. It's close, similar. Anybody know Canon cameras, but like it's a little bit cheaper. So I'm with a little bit cheaper, but it doesn't have the external mic, whatever. But I don't know. I'm just rambling and complaining about something. Like I need to learn how to use the DSLR a lot better. I think you can use now. You can use it on like have it set up as like a webcam instead of just like I have a webcam here. I have a cheap Walmart action camera. Hey, does it work? Do you use it in your videos? Does it look good? So I don't know. Some guys are kind of hating on, let me see. I'm gonna blow this up. Some guys kind of hating on the lawn care transformational channels that are getting crazy views. Man, I love to see people tuning into lawn care family entertainment. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know why a lot of people are hating on that because what it is similar. Like me, Scotty, me and you talk about some of this. Is there's all kinds of weird channels out there, and you don't know people's interests. Like I'm saying, the Owl Blaze, the Juggernauts, the other guy who's huge. These guys could be tapping into not only people like us who live in maybe rural areas and who cut grass for a living and can't see why would anybody watch it? And it's not just people think it's just kids watch it. It ain't just kids. There's a lot of kids that watch um rock structure, excavating, land clearing, lawn care, pressure. There are some kids that watch it, but a lot of it is just people who live in the inner cities who's never seen life like that, who didn't know that they can just go door to door and maybe they grew up in the suburbs and they just don't know. You know what I mean? There's tons of people like that. The cities are filled with people like that, and YouTube is smart. YouTube will feed you. If you watch one video, YouTube will keep feeding you. So I love it. Let's go. I love it. Let's see. Oh my god, let me see. Is Ace Market 10 million views? Don't exist in lawn care community. Maybe not yet. ASMR is awesome though. Like I was just talking to you briefly about it. Uh but yeah, like ASMR, dude. Listen, let me tell you guys something really weird, right? I watch this channel called Internet Comment Etiquette, and he's just a guy who goes into YouTube comment sections, and he's got tons of different profiles. Todd Clorox is one. He's a comedian. He's been on YouTube for a long time. Uh, Internet Comment Etiquette. He's really funny, and he goes and makes these big long stories, and great channel. But he was commenting on a YouTube channel that was about wet sagging. Let me say that again. wet sagging. So people would put on different style of Levi's, like the 501 Levi's, stuff like that. These different style of jeans. This kid would not wear he didn't have a shirt on, and he'd have different kind of listen, I know it's weird. He'd have different style Levi jeans on, walk into a pond, and then sag his pants, and then come out, and it was tons of videos. Y'all can look it up. I'm telling you. So I seen it on Internet Common Etiquette. It's so there's all kinds of and if that kind of stuff can get, let's say, hundreds of thousands of views, why is it so unbelievable that a guy like Kevin could work and do transformation? I love watching transformational videos, and what's helped with it is TikTok and YouTube Reels and different things. It's opened us up to a different audience. But Scotty is right. ASMR, that is a huge, huge block. And like I told him on he has a snowfall video and a raindrop video. I'll probably put that on before I go to sleep, just to kind of like white noise, stuff like that. So these are people people think just because they haven't had success that it doesn't exist. And you're silly to think that. I use a VHR recorder camera for my videos. Yeah. Because you're out here killing it. You're out here killing it using that big old he says, "Oh, let me get to my VHS tape player, dial her in." Remember that back in the day when back in, I don't know, circa 95? Around circa 95, and at the bottom of your, whatever, your family would have the big old VHS player that goes on the side, and you're getting a buddy of mine, uh, Tim K, his mom had a video camera, and, like, she recorded all our basketball games, and it was so awesome seeing her drag around. We were just kids. I remember this like it was yesterday, and I remember plugging in, watching her haul around this huge camcorder, and, I remember in high school we had found all these old tapes, and we plugged in the VHS, and since you brought up VHS, that has my brain is getting flooded with memories of, uh of back in the day, and the beauty of seeing on the bottom of all the lines on the screen. The beauty of it at the end is this December 25th, 1995, and you just see a bunch of little kids in pajamas running around. I remember it like I can my brain is getting flooded. Top Notch has been killing, let's see, what's it say? Top Notch has been killing it, the game, ever since he focused on his channel's transformation. Yeah, and he also has been killing it years prior. Top Notch is one of the original gangsters as well. Top Notch is a true G. And thing what's cool about Top Notch is he can recognize where YouTube's going because he's got his own business. I think he's got a job. I watched one with him and Mike Andes. Excuse me. I've watched one with him and Mike Andes. Mike Andes said, "Hey, you shouldn't have did this and you shouldn't have done that." Whatever. They sat down, they collabed, and Mike Andes was able to teach him where he went wrong, stuff like that. And not only did Top Notch, what's his name? Shane. Not only did Top Notch he didn't get mad. He didn't get mad at all. He actually took it in stride, and he implemented the criticisms, and now his business is doing good. Uh, his business doing good, all that other stuff. Like Top Notch is good. I like Top Notch a lot. I like him. I've never met him. Brian Shane. Brian Shane, that's his name. But yeah, I've never met him. I'd like to. I texted him when I first started my podcast up about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and he was more than willing to come on, but we just haven't been able to get together since. I do transformations that are funny. You do real deal transformations. Yeah, you do. You build houses. That's not really a transformation. You're a builder. You really transform something. The Juggernaut still cut launch for a bit. No, he's. Or are you asking? Let me see. I'll blow it up. He still cut loans for business, and I'm not sure he's making. Yeah, no, he talked about this on my last podcast. We did a super long thing. He give his business, all his clients. He give them to somebody else, a local friend and community. I'm not really sure, but yeah, he only does transformational videos, and he does really well on that. Now, I did ask him like, or but he keeps his nose to the ground. He's smart. He's already put a, he's not dumb. He's got his hands in a couple other things. He's smart. Let's see. I don't mean to not count on all those guys being smart in the market. Makes playlists, watch their videos. Yeah, 100 times. I totally agree. I love the idea of the transformational videos. It's so new still, you know? So, like, us as content creators in this small little niche, we're still kinda, uh, Juggernaut, Owlblades, and all these guys, they've inspired especially, like, last fall, last end quarter of the summer, you open up your YouTube and all you seen was tall grass, city violation cut, this and that cut, which is good to see because you can see where the trend's going. So now I'm excited to see what is Juggernaut and what is Owlblades and the other guy. What are they gonna do now? Well, I don't really know Owlblade, so I only mentioned because Kevin was talking about him. But I want to see where Juggernaut takes it from here because he's kind of leading the pack. I mean, we're always gonna have a stable, steady content where for like starting brand new, starting a lawn care business, starting a pressure washer. Those are always going to be solid evergreen content. But as far as like the unique views and as far as like all that other good stuff, w- I want to. I'm excited to see where it goes. And like I was talking to Float the other day, there's a huge gap for honest parody in lawn care. So if someone come in and they would, so there's all kinds of room for this community to grow, and we're getting more eyeballs, we're getting more attention, we're getting more love now than ever. So which is a beautiful thing. I'm really excited to see. I'm excited to see the young creators and come to see because I don't think the tall grass stuff is going to last for too much longer. I think maybe it's going to kind of turn to like more extremely dirty pressure washing style. Maybe I don't know. I could be totally wrong. I'm just an average idiot. Just out here doing my thing. Eastern Kentucky's only AI powered platform. What's up, Virgil? I called him Circle Track the other day on accident, and I'm sorry I got Float's whole stream freaking out the other day. Yeah, we're just kinda up here chopping it up. We were talking about what did it start with? Geek to Freak and how he started. I remember like I said, I remember seeing him $100 a day. That $100 that hit my eyes, and I said, "There's no way I can go around making." Because at the time, cutting grass was what I had to do. My mama will bust my tail, if you will. She would take a switch off the tree and tore my legs all to pieces. My mom actually spanked Kayla, didn't she? You wanna talk about it? When we were kids, Kayla got spanked by my mom. My mom snatched her up. Ain't it funny now, fast forward years later, we're together. Yeah, Kayla's my neighbor. My mom snatched her up and wore her out. And then Kayla goes and tries to tell her mom on her, and then her mom wore her out. Well, no, it's still funny. I'm still seeing the VHS life circa early 90s, mid 90s. Ryan Noor has an amazing channel. His video I think I know who that guy is. Yeah, Geek the Freak's on YouTube again. He had like Greg Chisholm on care and stuff, and he still does really, really good work. But when he came in, he was here. Yeah, Andrew's comment kind of puts it all into perspective. Like when we talk about transformational videos and what Kevin's doing right now, and where Geek the Freak was back then, sometimes you're the perfect person it's the perfect storm brewing, and Geek the Freak posted his videos how to make $100 a day, and it exploded, took by storm. Now YouTube wasn't as big at the time, but it still took to storm to where we're talking about his old content today from 10 years ago or 8 years ago, whatever it was. So now Juggernaut comes in and we had this perfect storm brewing, and he just happened to post the right video at the right time, and it just happened to click. And that's what started that whole genre. It brought lawn care into transformational videos other than like, you got the quick you guys know what I'm saying. You ain't stupid. Let's see. How did Juggernaut get to meet Geek the Freak? When Geek the Freak was totally incognito. He messaged him on Facebook. Yeah. He knew him on Facebook. He was in a chat, like, 'cause Geek the Freak protects himself yeah, Greg protects himself, and he's not a very, like, public person, kinda more like how I am. He's a lot smarter than me. Uh, and he's had all kinds of people attack him from his kids' channel, like that kid toy channel that he had. He had a lot of, like, people coming after him, negative people doing negative stuff for no reason, jealousy, envy. But yeah, he was in a similar lawn care group on Facebook at that time. And then he, reached out to him and uh he was so skeptical about it to where they had to meet in that baseball field. If you go back to about 2 years ago when Kevin first met him, they had to meet in a baseball field in a town over because people have been going after Mr. Chisholm for so long to where he wasn't sure Kevin's whatever. So he plays safe and now they're really good friends. And which is real beautiful, and Kevin talks about this on, like, on my podcast, he talks about it on other shows, and Kevin's all over the place now. Yeah, I like that guy's channel, that Ryan Noor or whatever. I don't watch a whole lot of it because I don't put a whole lot of emphasis on, like, if you want the scientific stuff, I believe that's the channel I'm thinking of, and I could be wrong. Copper Creek started it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And that I still think Copper Creek started the extremely satisfying, I believe. Kevin took and ran with it, and that's the point where, uh, we all knew Copper Creek was getting, like, eh, he was getting, like, I don't know, 80,000 views, 50,000 views, 20,000 views for oddly satisfying pressure wash videos. He was getting all kinds of views for, tall grass and different things, but the difference was is like I'm saying, that perfect storm where people was getting Copper Creek was get he kinda started putting it on the map, and when Kevin did, it was just that perfect storm where the algor how he tagged it, how he titled it, everything. How we remember on Kevin's video where it had city violation cut, and it was like Kevin standing here with his big beard, and he's a huskier guy anyway, and the grass was way over his head. So if you remember that thumbnail and how he tagged it and how the meta tags and stuff worked, it was just the perfect storm to take off. Yeah, I agree. Copper Creek, and maybe Copper Creek seen somebody else do it. Like we can always go down the list. But what's cool if you talk to Kevin about it is he doesn't claim to be, whatever. He knows, like he's seen it. He just tried something different. Um, he talked about on the last show to where he's sitting there, and then he had the city workers reach out to him, and they was offering good abatement services, and he said something on the show like he thought it meant bankment, like I can't remember how he explained it, but he thought it meant like mowing like steep hills at first, but then he realized abankment or whatever the word I don't know meant like uh the city has to come mow your grass and they're gonna fine you $200-300. So he was like, no, I'll do it for free. And that's what started it doing it for free. Is he noticed that the city was going around and knocking people's heads off, and these people are maybe they just don't have a mower. Maybe they're a single parent. Maybe they just got away from them and the yard got a little bit too tall. So that's what started Kevin on a lot of these doing the yards for free. That's kind of how that whole ball started getting rolling. Then that's when YouTube picked it up. He was doing that and then went to and then that the YouTube that we talked about with the city violation, it was a house across the street or something like that. It was a house across the street that was, an abandoned house, and it is city violation. Yes, it was, but he was talking to city workers, and they were gonna, so that's how that whole thing got started. It wasn't him just one day he decided this and that. No, he realized that the city was knocking people's heads off, and he's getting paid on YouTube. He's getting YouTube monies to do this, and it blew his channel up. And now it's like he goes around, he give like I think he had like 30 weekly clients, and he give them to another lawn care guy, or maybe he split them up between two other guys, but he took care of his community and doing the right thing. I wish Greek defeat repost his old lawn care videos. Yeah, I do too. I've only read the first half. Hold on. I wish he would, with the respect and be a gesture. I wish he would. Yeah, I totally agree. When his channel went down, see, I went at the time to where his channel, like when he became super duper big, I was into like hunting and trapping real big. So I wasn't in the community really whenever that happened. As soon as I kind of started up my channel, people would talk about him like, and I said, yeah, I remember that guy. Where's he at? And then I got filled in. No, let's see, Andrew. I haven't met him. I have talked to him on the phone with Kevin. but it wasn't like I call him up. I was in Michigan at Brian, excuse me, Brian Lawn Maintenance. He had a event in Novi a few years back, and then I talked to him on the phone there, and he was awesome, courteous, nice, and I just was fangirling. Oh, oh, Mr. Freak, Mr. Freak, you're so great. Uh, yeah, but I wish you'd post some of that older stuff. Somebody to look at is the OG. What am I missing? But yeah, I'm kinda looking forward to see what if, Johnny Mo, his channel, he helped me out a lot, and he don't post a whole lot of content no more, and Scotty talked about it because of lawn clowns, and, that's what Scotty said earlier, and I'm not gonna disagree with any of that. Um, Johnny Mo's content, I think, has been overlooked and it's not been overlooked because everybody knows who he is, and he's got mad respect and just throughout the whole community, but man, that guy's got the wealth. And now if you just sit and watch Johnny Mo's videos and you're new to business, you're new to longer, even if you're experience is a bad word. Even if you're in business, even if you're in business for a while, and maybe you're just doing it, collecting money, going on, but you want to learn. If you actually want to study and learn the business, you want to learn even the decks. I watched a separate series that Johnny had on ICD decks and the different decks and how they set the baffles and what works best for the type of season and and that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff is way beyond the science behind why decks are certain ways and why pick a mower. Johnny doesn't just go pick a mower because it's the best deal, you know. I'm not saying it's because of money or whatever, but he's doing it because the speed, the engine, the all the fancy pants stuff that I don't know about. I can tear anything apart and rebuild it, but as far as like talking about it, I'm an idiot. And whenever I watched his channel talking about the ICD decks and how it throws early morning spring grass and then tied in with fall, and then we changed the baffle systems in some of these decks. It's just brilliant. And he talked about. I always bring up Johnny's branch theology, how a younger guy will break into the business and start making all this money and not realize that you need to pump your brakes. You need to grow strong like an oak tree. You can't just it's not going to happen. And he called me and told me that one day. He seen me mowing this 30-acre cemetery. Scotty, you did too. He called me mowing a 30-acre cemetery, and I'm by myself pretty much. And it was just too much weight. So like you use the branch theology method, kind of like how Dylan from Solo Cut Lawn Care. I like what he did. I've only talked to that guy a couple times. I really like his channel and stuff. I know he doesn't really, he does his own thing. But Dylan from Solo Cut Lawn Care, he's got a really good channel. He stepped away from his. It took him a while. I was at that event in Michigan where, you know, whatever, but he was talking about stepping away from his business and he was worried about his family. He did it for all right, but yeah, he did it the right way. So if anybody implemented Johnny's teachings well, it could have been that Dylan kid, and maybe Dylan doesn't watch him. I don't know. I'm just drawing pictures. Johnny Mo isn't just smart. Let's see where I'm missing. Isn't just smart when it comes to lawn care, but he's most intelligent overall. Personally, all of what's going on around the economy back into yeah. Oh, back in 2017. But I remember even when it started, all the COVID stuff started, right? He pulled in a bunch of live streams and was telling young creators like me and not really creators, that's not the right word. Young lawn care guys who happen to have a YouTube channel. Just he was telling them like, do this, not telling them, but just giving them advice on like what's going on. He was keeping everybody up to date. Yeah, he's brilliant. He's super duper smart. And at that time, it was 2 weeks to slow the curve. And also at that time, this is where some of my topples started to fall, because I had a couple like the schools that I was doing, they ended up hiring a maintenance guy to do it because they wasn't sure. So that's kind of a black swan event that Johnny was telling me about. Hey, this might be a black swan event. I said, well, it's 2 weeks to do this. He goes, yeah, but with sickness, you never know. Some of the older clients I had, they fell off, and he predicted all that, and I never thought it would happen. I didn't protect myself. I didn't hedge. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? What are you doing, crazy? I was on a roll. You're gonna get grounded. You messed it all up. It's not funny. Get down. Ugh. What are you doing?
Give me 1 minute here. Everything. This kid's going nuts.
Ugh. What are you doing, goofball? Fix the camera all sideways. You messed it up so good this time. Yo, Gabba Gabba. You're grounded. Go together. Fuck this camera. Oh, that's way too high. Gosh, that's way so. I don't know how he did that. It's so high. Go back. Oh my god, I don't know what he did. You're grounded. My whole camera's messed up. Gosh, I can't believe he did that. Right when it was live. Got my whole camera messed up. He's grounded. He is grounded. You wait till you're older. He don't care now. Oh my gosh, where was I? I was on a roll. Take the sugar away from. Yeah, I 100% agree. Let's see back where I was at. I like Johnny Mo's on everything. Guys in business. Plus, he's kind of contracted himself a few times. Okay, wait. Oh, contradicted himself. Yeah, maybe. I mean, everybody has, and I'm sure, like whatever. I know he's helped me out a few times. Just watching his channel has helped me. The black, Scotty said the Black Swan event, and that's what he was warning against with me. Not just me, but Black Swan event is true. You never know when. What I was doing is I was putting all my eggs in one basket, and a lot of guys, Scotty included, Johnny, uh, Dirty was even talking to me about it. Is I was so wrapped up in I had I had the schools, and I had a cemetery, and they were great, but those guys ended up just keeping their maintenance guys. The cemetery already had maintenance guys doing it, and they didn't have a choice because they shut the gates when COVID happened. The Black Swan event happened, and I had all my eggs in one basket. So I was making decent money, kinda, and it all trickles down. It all trickled down from there. It's just you know, live Black Swan events are real, and I'll know to kind of prepare better for them next time. My ego was so big. I knew everything. When I got to about the age of 30, I realized I know everything, and then I hit 30, I realized I don't know anything. Like, if that makes any sense whatsoever. When I got about 30 years old, I'm like, "Oh my god, I know nothing. I'm a moron. I'm a moron." How's the coffee? Coffee's uh delicioso. Johnny Mo spent a lot of his money on equipment. Solo guys don't have the money necessarily that type of equipment. He's at a level, but most aren't. Yeah, and he talks about that. He's had big dog crews. And he's talked about this before. He had a bunch of crews, and they would run over, and they had certain neighborhoods, and when I went and seen him and hung out with him, he would take me around these neighborhoods and stuff, and they knocked out the crew he had, but he didn't like the stress it came with. So he was able to he was able to take how am I gonna? I'm getting distracted with my kid right beside me. But yeah, he was able to take some of the funds from that. He cherry picked the best clients, and he restructured his entire business. So now he has more time to spend with his daughters. He has more time to spend with his wife, but it took him 20 years of working before he. You all right? It took him 20 years of working before he could get to that point. You know what I mean? A lot of people look at like a lot of the YouTube stuff, and they see some jag off like myself. I'm just a simple guy who whenever I started my YouTube channel, I also started my lawn care business. So they look at me and see the bottom of the barrel. They look at someone like Johnny and they see him just going out and going through mowers left and right. He has the money, he can do that. He didn't record the first 20 years of his business. You know what I mean? So like what's good about YouTube is we're all on, it looks like we're all on the same playing field, but really we ain't even in the same ballpark. He's in the major leagues. I'm still in the little league. You know what I mean? I'm still playing T-ball. You know what I mean? And he's up in the pros, but he's so humble. He's so humble with his content. He's so humble with how he talks to people. He's so humble in his videos to where you just assume that, you know, whatever. So like I can see where people say, yeah, well, not everybody can go do that. And that's true. Not everybody can go do that. That's true. A lot of businesses that are new, they all the success rate of businesses isn't very high for new businesses. And that's kind of beauty of it. He was able to take his take his falls and failures in the beginning and grind through it, power through it, go through and get rid of the clients that weren't working for him, do what wasn't working for him and get rid of it. A lot of people can't adapt and move. He also lives in one of the most expensive towns in America. Earnings go along I'm sure his earnings go a long way. Maybe, I mean, yeah, the neighborhood when I went and seen him, it was a nice little neighborhood. It's kind of close to a city and stuff. Like, I agree. I agree with that. Maybe, yeah, he was showing me some really, really nice yards. You got, let me see if you guys are good. Johnny changes gear to keep confidence. Oh, let me see what this says. If you guys don't get it, Johnny changes gear to keep his content fresh. Randy does the same thing. I really like Randy. And yeah, you know these guys better than I do. Uh, what's up? I see Elite up there. But yeah, Scotty, you know these guys better than I do. And maybe it is to keep the content fresh. I wish Johnny would post more. Maybe next time you talk to him, if you still talk, I'm not sure. Um, uh, I wish he posts more, man, because he inspires people like me to go, keep moving, and he's got a ton of people, and I like how his channel is similar to Randy. Him and Randy have like the same, like maybe maybe they have the same ball. Like they come in starting a YouTube channel, I believe, around the same time. So these guys are really nestled in, are really deep rooted in the community and people who's been following these guys for a long time. And 'cause I only started following Randy and Johnny and all these guys for the whenever I started back in 2019. Was it 2019 or 2020? Yeah, I think it was 2019 whenever I started my YouTube and business at the same time, if you will. I've got to run over there. Oh, well, we'll see you, Virgil. Sorry I missed your content. That was a couple minutes ago. I'm sure you're already gone. My bad. Anybody want to jump up here and talk? I'm just up here rambling, jabber jawing, not making any sense. And that's a good point, those guys. Like these guys that keep the content fresh. But I would also ask, is it keep the keep- so? But I don't see them focusing too much on their. Maybe was that from last year then that they to keep the content fresh because I haven't seen too much of their content posted, and I could just be missing it. What's up, Cam? What's up, Float? Sap suckers. You sorry sap suckers. Float, you gonna jump up here and help me out up here? I've been treading water for a while. Ugh. Float, you missed it. A kid, my beautiful child knocked everything over. And right in the middle of the stream, I was on a roll. My camera gets knocked over. Everything gets destroyed. Simple, simple. That's how life goes. So what's new with y'all? Anything new? And Ken, you still out there killing it? We know floats. According to Jacob, float ain't doing nothing. But has anybody read Randy Haskell's new book? Did it just get released? Anybody else see that Instagram post? Because I'd like to. I'm actually gonna look that up real quick right now. I wonder if it's under his. Well, I don't even know if he's got a little special name. I don't know if you guys can still see me. You still see me? Yeah. I'm gonna look this up real quick. See, let's go to Amazon. Amazon, the official sales site. Randy. S- Yep. Save me, I'll save you. Yeah. $5.99. Paperback is $11.99. Add that to my cart. But you can get the Kindle edition for $5.99. I don't know if I can share I can't share my screen on here. I can, but I'm not going to. But save me and I'll save you. Save me and I'll save you. It's on Amazon by Randy. He's always rode gear, but Johnny backed off. Oh, okay. Impact it is. And his life as a coach. He cares more about coaching kids. Yeah, and that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. That's what it's about too. Like, because some people are on YouTube because maybe it's for you better get out. You're gonna bust your head open. You're gonna bust your head open. She's gonna bust you. He's doing that to make you mad. Ooh, he just got spanked. He just got his tail whooped. He's been aggravating his mom. Hey, my tail. His tail. My tail. Yeah, and what I was saying, that's a part of like YouTube. Like some people do it, to make a living. Some people like me do it to kind of share their journey along the way, and I'd love to make a good money off YouTube. Let's not get it twisted. Uh, it's if you make content, you'd like to get paid for it, but it's about the journey along the way. And obviously, Johnny did it. Uh, uh, but he was more worried about being a coach, and that's awesome. I respect that. That's really good. I didn't know that. Hey, Miss Joy. Anything new out there? Anything at all? I see Float. Don't want to come in and help me out. Sorry, sap sucker. I try to get Ray Ray. I've been trying to talk to him behind the scenes and want to get him on the podcast. But it's like, he keeps dodging me. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what you're doing out there, Ray Ray. I'm just joking. I'm free most evenings. Last time I talked to Ray, he was working on his something or other, working on a skid steer. So we couldn't do the show, but he will be up soon. Which I'm really looking forward to talking to Ray on the podcast because Ray's journey. He actually did a podcast with Dirty and them guys a year or so ago. And I wasn't sure, but they don't post a lot of content, so I'd like to talk to Ray again. I'd like to sit down and talk to Randy again. There's a lot of guys, but especially Scotty. But we'll see what happens. He was just hanging with us. What do you mean, just hanging with you? You guys weren't live, were you? I looked and no one else was live. Sprockets on the Bobcat. You're right. Yep, that's what it was. Last I seen Dirty, he commented on my channel this morning, and he said he was drinking coffee with me. They still talk to Grass Grind. Seems like a cool guy. Yes, I do. Sloan. Yeah, Chris. I haven't talked to him quite a while, but I still keep in contact with Rick Romans. Anybody who want to check out Rick Romans' channel, him and Rick are Grass Grinds TV, his channel. Him and Rick are super duper close. Me and Rick are really close. Yeah, Chris is like killing it in his area. He's up around the Dayton area. And whenever you guys first found out his YouTube channel and stuff, he was still new to it. He ended up walking away from his job, and he talked about that on one of the shows. He's killing it, knocking them back, making that bread. So is Rick. Rick's out there killing it too. Rick and Caleb. Not really. I mean, Rick, yeah, but Caleb's the one out there killing it. Rick and Caleb are hustlers. Chris and for Grass Grind TV and them guys, they're hustlers. They're out there getting it. They don't focus a lot. What do you mean on Zoom? What you talking about on Zoom? I meant to say like Grass Grind channel. Yeah, them guys. What do you mean on Zoom? Float, what are you talking about on Zoom? You guys have private Zoom calls? Private Zoom calls your boy ain't getting invited to? Don't worry, I don't want your invite anyway, sapsucker. Someone ban him. Ban Float. Float's getting banned. He's got God, I can hear it. Float's getting banned. Yeah, they're out here hustling and grinding. I wish he'd start making content, a little bit more content, but man, it's like today, even I was just that's what I'm saying. Juggernaut and them guys gotta have a ton of different GoPros sitting around because it takes forever moving the cameras around. Have a great night, everyone. See ya. We'll see y'all later. And I'm not gonna be up here too much longer since I come to find out that uh Float's having secret Zoom call meetings with Ray and all them guys. Oh, and alone in this. Yeah, how do I? He's got a new channel, kind of like more ASMR. Check his channel out. Subscribe to Scotty's channel. It only got a couple videos out, but it's already killing it. Got a couple hundred views per video already. It's so amazing. Well done. Everybody subscribe to his channel. It's really good. I'm out. We'll see you later, bud. Keep doing your thing. Glad to see you're back. Dang it. I'm happy to be back. And I appreciate you saying it because I'm happy to be back. And I'm happy to document the journey along with it. I appreciate you sticking with me and have a good night. I definitely appreciate you. And that's the thing, man. I am excited to be back. I'm happy to be back. There for a while, I was like forcing myself to make videos. And I was worried about it. This time, it's like I feel like I'm starting all over, fresh, brand new, and I'm really excited about it. And maybe that comes with a geographical change, but there is no geographical fix to a psychological problem. I had to get that taken care of first, and that's on a way different topic. Yeah, that'd be awesome to give me to 2K. That'd be super slick. But anybody in here, I'm sure you're already subscribed to my channel. 2K would be great. Appreciate the thought, Andrew. Appreciate the thought. And it's already midnight. But yeah, that's the thing about creating content. Sometimes you come up against a wall, and I'm the type of person that sometimes I have I have like a super addictive personality. So if I get into something, I gotta go 100% balls deep, if you will. That's kind of not. That's a really vulgar term. That's not the right term I want to use. I have to go balls to the wall. It's still not a good term. I just go all in on something I'm into, and sometimes I just kind of like it fades off. You know what I'm saying? And I did that with guns. I've done it with hunting and trapping, fur trapping, fishing. I get into something, spend a bunch of money on stuff, research everything I can, learn every single thing I can about it, and then all of a sudden just get burnt out and walk away. You know, but I haven't done that yet with not long hair so much. Long hair is making money, but like the long hair YouTube slash podcasting, I haven't done that, which is great. You know, so that kind of tells me that like it's something I'm supposed to do. I don't. That sounds really weird. A lot of people maybe understand, maybe don't. But I'll get into something. I'll learn everything I can about it, and I'll just kind of move on to something different. If that makes any sense at all. What's up, Ray? We were just talking about. Come to find out, we can do the call tomorrow. It's supposed to rain. All right. I see you've been listening in the background, old Ray. You on secret Zoom calls with Float. Ban Float. Anybody seeing here? Ban him. He's getting banned. You and Float having secret Zoom calls, leaving your boy, old dad. Old dad is getting left out. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Dean? Yeah, we're just up here chilling, killing, having a good time. Anybody want to come up? Float, you want to come up and defend yourself? I don't know. Before you get banned? Jaeger? Is it Jogger? Jaeger? SB Mo. I wanted to talk to you. Speaking of which, Congratulate. You're the other guy. I mean, Al Blades, and I kept saying another guy is SB Mowing. That's who I kept thinking. Yeah, congrats to you. I was talking to you guys. I was talking about you, Kevin, and the Al Blades guy earlier in the channel. You guys were the perfect storm of content, and YouTube picked up that algorithm and just ran with it. I'd like to talk to you and have you on my podcast. That'd be awesome. I've got a couple. I've been driving around looking at some overgrown edges. I'm gonna start posting some of that. But I'm like I said, I'm sticking with the pressure washing right now. My machine is running great. I talked to Jacob about it the other day. My machine yesterday ran like a brand new. And look, help me out in the chat. All right, help me out in the chat. Calling right now. I'm with you. You're with. Oh, give me 1 second. But I don't know if my machine, while I'm making this call, I don't know if my machine ran so well because. All right. Hey, can you hear me? Let me see. Hold on. You there? Task cam. Make sure you're connected here. There you are. You hear me good?
What up, man?
Can the chat hear you?
Yeah, I'm in the chat.
Can you hear yourself through your computer?
No, I turned the volume off.
Well, okay. Well, that makes sense.
I don't want an echo, man.
Right. No. Yeah. I just wasn't sure if it was actually working or not. So let's. Whoa. An instant live, instant call in. So what are y'all up to? What do you guys got going on?
I feel like I'm calling in one of those radio shows.
Yeah, let's do that. And right now we have on the line, we have SB Mowing and the Juggernaut online. If I'd have knew, I'd have wrote out a little something, have a proper introduction with you. What are you guys up to?
We're down in Arkansas doing collab videos, man.
Yeah, I see that. If you guys get bored of collabing with each other, you guys could share my stuff all you want. No, I'm just giving you a hard time. But no, I'd like to sit down and do a podcast similar to what I did with Kevin. What's your first name again, Mr. SB Mowing? Is your first name SB and last name Mowing, or how?
That's it. No, it's Spencer.
Spencer. That's right. Kevin told me about that. Spencer. And like I was checking out on some of your stuff, and you're fairly newer to the YouTube scene.
Yeah, I started in I think early September.
That's what I'm saying. The perfect, and that's what it's a couple of guys out in the chat. Like, it's the perfect storm. You just never know. Like the algorithm takes and runs with you. It is what it is.
Yeah, I got pretty lucky. So
you didn't get lucky. I mean, it takes time and work. So what?
Yeah.
How long you been in business for then?
I've been doing lawn care for like 11 years now.
Oh, so what made you decide to start a YouTube channel? You just got sick and tired of seeing morons like myself and figured you'd do it the right way?
Well, no, I've always wanted to do it. I just never had time because I went to K-State, and I was in college for 4 years, and was driving back on the weekends to run my business, and then was doing school up there and had a job up there. So I was just too busy to even film a video. It takes 4 or 5 times as long to film a video than just to mow a yard for some cash. So
what was your major?
I majored in computer science.
And you already graduated?
Yeah, I graduated last May.
And now here's the thing of it. You're sitting in college, you were mowing grass for a little bit of extra money here and there on the side. And now here it is. You post a couple videos on YouTube and you're making fairly good money. So you can look at your professor and say, hey, I mow grass and I made a killing this year on YouTube. What do you say? What do you say to them guys? So keep your college degree. I'm happy with making silly YouTube content.
Yeah, I spent 4 years in college, and no, I'm not even using my degree, but
not yet.
Yeah, not yet. But yeah, I did enjoy what I did in college. I'm glad I did it. So,
man, that is kind of cool. So I don't really know your whole story. So are you married?
Yeah, so I actually just got engaged.
Well, congratulations, and that's what it's all about. And did she marry you because of your YouTube channel? That's going to be the make or break.
I don't know, but no, we're high school sweethearts.
Really?
Been together almost 6 years. So
Well, how old are you?
I am 23.
20. Oh, yeah, you still got a lot of life left ahead of you. You got any kids yet, or are you still working on that now?
No, we're not gonna be working on that for a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Well, congratulations on getting engaged. That is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm excited to get married. We get married in July, so
Now, you plan on sticking with the YouTube thing? Do you now? How is that? How is the YouTube affected with your business? Did you do like kind of what Kevin did? You kind of like step away, come from the business aspect, and focus mostly on transformational videos, or are you still kind of doing a little bit of both? What's your plan with YouTube? What's kind of going on with that?
I've kind of done both. I kind of plan to keep my YouTube kind of in the same spot, trying to upload, maybe once a week, pretty consistently. But yeah, I've got my business to a point. I've got 3 employees now, and one's in high school, the other 2 are in college, and they just like the seasonal work, and they've been really dependable. They're guys that I know personally, so it's been really nice that way. So I've kind of got it into a system to where I don't have to do a lot of my business except taking payments, doing estimates, stuff like that. So I do still plan on doing that for a while and just continuing YouTube. I think it's a good balance.
Yeah, it's a great balance. Whenever you started your business itself, obviously you're 23. You've been mowing grass for 11 years. So let's do some math. You were fairly young when you started your business, if you will, right?
Yeah. So Kevin and I were actually just talking about this. So I was in 6th grade, and I guess some people wouldn't consider it a business, but my buddy and I would go knock on doors, and I think we got like 6 or 7 lawns. And
That's a business. Yeah,
his dad would drive us around one week, my dad would drive us around one week,
that is awesome.
and then just the lawns that we had in our neighborhood, we'd take my dad's push mower, throw the weed eater and the blower on top, try to balance it and push it down the street. So
Wow. Yeah, I really like that's awesome. So you and your buddy was partners. Okay, you were in 6th grade. So what happens?
Mhm.
You still partners today, best friends today, or how you go your
So,
separate?
yeah, we're still best friends today. He got some ill advice from his big business friend brother trying to tell him to go separate directions.
Yeah,
So we went separate directions in our business, and he kind of got big for a little bit, and then he joined the army and kind of got out of it. But um, once I got in high school and I got a small rider lawnmower and a small trailer, and was able to actually drive myself, I started kind of taking off. So
yeah. Well, so how long you had your employees then? So like, did you stay? So at what point did you guys go your separate ways then? Let's say what
uh,
10th grade, 12th grade,
we
20
were
years.
only together like maybe a year and a half, 2 years. So just starting out. So maybe like halfway through 7th or 8th grade, I started going by myself. Um, but yeah, uh, completely solo for about probably until my senior year of high school, and then throughout my 4 years of college, I'm like, okay, well, I really need help because I live 2.5 hour drive away from home,
Yeah,
and so I would drive back on the weekends. My brother is actually one of my employees, so he started helping
that's
me
awesome.
throughout high school.
So what do you
Uh,
think about partnerships then? Because I don't like partnerships for business, and I have a different reasoning for it. And a lot of people say you shouldn't do business with your family. You shouldn't do business, maybe have a partnership. Well, what's kind of your experience? You're still fairly young. You got a media company and you got a mowing company. What do you think about partnerships now as you get a little bit older?
I think they're good. I think people can do them with friends and family as long as everything is explicitly in writing,
Yeah,
like explicitly like what each person has, like their duties, what's going to happen, what percentage the company is going to take, and just everything written out beforehand. Because I think people really have some miscommunication once you get into business like that, and they just have different wants and needs and stuff. So I think just having a good start like that, just in writing and having good expectations set for each other.
yeah, I definitely I can see that. And well, here's the thing too is like a lot of times, and now I'm going to ask you as a media provider, a media business owner, and I kind of pull myself in, and a lot of these people in the content or in the comment section, it's important. You were a young guy, probably I would assume. Correct me if I'm wrong. You were probably watching different YouTube creators mowing grass, and did or no? Yes or
He's obsessed with YouTube.
Yeah, I I have a slight YouTube addiction.
is it?
I
So
was
did that inspire you to
obsessed
start your
with
business,
YouTube.
or?
What it takes, man.
Sorry, what was that? What did you say?
Is that what kind of was you a young kid watching YouTube? Is that why you started your business or?
No, actually, I started watching YouTube probably or at least lawn care YouTube after I started my business.
Okay.
Yeah, I I just started my business because I would do my uncle's lawn for him just solely.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, man, I can make some good money in this, and so I just kind of started getting into it that way.
Sure.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
ain't nothing wrong with that. That's definitely beautiful. So what are you guys doing? You just like you're in Arkansas then right now?
yeah, we're in Arkansas. We're just doing a lot of pressure washing, just getting a bunch of.
So are you going to start doing a ton of pressure washing videos, or are you still mowing some grass while you guys are collabing together?
We're just doing pressure washing right now. Nothing's really growing here yet.
Yeah.
At least where I'm from. I'm from Wichita, Kansas. It's like barely starting to turn green. Nothing's growing at all. So I'm excited for that to get going. But until then, I'm pressure washing. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably got a lot of warm season grasses, so they're probably still brown then.
Yeah. We've got a lot of fescue up here, which is cooler season. But yeah, I mean, we've just had some weird weather. I mean, it's been 60s. Yes. I mean, yeah, it's been 60 to 70 degrees, the last 3 or 4 weeks, which is great. But every Thursday for the last 5 weeks, we've had a crazy like ice storm with a bunch of snow. So
Yeah.
it's been crazy.
I definitely know how that is. So is Kevin's not keeping you against your will or anything like that? He's not trying to he's not trying to hurt you in any way. You can blink twice.
A little bit, but he's feeding me. So
Right, that's awesome. Well, get my number off of get my number off Kevin, and I'd like to sit and we'll do a thing later on and have a proper interview.
yeah, that'd be awesome. I'll shoot you a text so you got my number too.
All right, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I'm drinking Red Bull through a straw.
See, yeah, you go straight to the dome. These are facts. This is scientifically proven. See, Kevin, he knows these are facts. No one can dispute my science.
Straight to the dog.
Straight to the dome. He says, well, we'll see you later, Scotty. Okay, he's checking out of here. And we ain't going to be on too much longer, but I appreciate you guys calling in to the Average Idiot Podcast, Eastern Kentucky's only AI-powered platform. I'll holler at you guys. Shoot me a text message.
All right. See you later.
Well, we want to say appreciate caller number 9. They won the season tickets to the Cavaliers game. To Eastern Kentucky's only AI-powered platform podcast. See what this button.
What is this button? Ooh.
Okay, I gotta mess with that later. Night, folks. Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and check out for the night too. I definitely appreciate you guys listening to me for an hour and a half, ramble like an idiot. Come to find out there's secret live streams that old dad's not getting invited to, and it is what it is. Ray, Float, I got my eye on you now. I know you guys are having secret Zoom calls. And let's see what else we got going on. Kevin, appreciate you stopping by. Spencer, it was great meeting you. Got your text message right there. Dean, everybody. We'll see you guys later. Appreciate y'all. Let's see. Until next time, you can tune into the Average Idiot Podcast. Go check out all my older stuff. Go check out some of my newer stuff. I got some simple videos coming out tomorrow, some silly stuff, some whatever. I had a little family time today, which is really fun. Tomorrow's video, you'll see. I'm supposed to clean out a ditch, fill with leaves. Ended up hanging out with my kid more. I'm helping him climb or running through the woods. Had a really good time. So really looking forward to that video. Go back, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Go check out Scotty's channel. Check out everybody's channel in here. If you're in here, hit the links to everybody's channel. Let's help each other grow. Let's help pull each other up. Appreciate you guys. See y'all later. Peace.